All right, hello friends, Pedro's Coolian here, and in this particular video, I'm gonna go through the 7 hacks that are literally going to change the way you generate leads into your fitness business. Here's what's gonna happen. 1, you're gonna get more leads, and 2, you're gonna pay less per lead, which is obviously a great thing. All right, so let's get started here on the 7 hacks that you're gonna use to get more leads and clients from Facebook at a lower cost per click, and by the way, with less frustration, all right? So thing number 1 is creating a master custom audience, right? And so the idea is like, well, what do you mean creating a master custom audience? Well, there's a lot of different ways to create custom audiences. Remember that people who hit your particular website, right? Remember, you can add a Facebook pixel to your website. You can add a Facebook pixel to your funnel site. You can add a Facebook pixel to a video that you're gonna play. So when you think about all the different things that you're gonna show on Facebook or you're gonna drive traffic to from even Google. Imagine this, someone Googles personal training in your city, they find your website. If you have a Facebook pixel installed, and all that is a tiny little code, a cookie, you've heard of that before, and that cookie tracks that person on Facebook. So even though they came to you through Google, right, or Yahoo or whatever, heck, it could be Yelp. The cool thing about this is Facebook starts tracking them and it says, hey, everyone who's hit your site, your website, we can chase them on Facebook and show them a very specific ad. Why is that important? Well, think about it. Anyone who's hit your site from a Google search is obviously far more qualified than just targeting, let's say, women in a 3-mile radius in a certain age group, right? Because we don't know if all those women in your community are really qualified to use your fitness services. But we know the people who actually did a search, came to your website, are far more qualified. And now we want to chase them on Facebook if they didn't opt in or take the low barrier offer on your website or on your, let's say, ClickFunnels page or whatever. Does that make sense? And so when you do this, you now have a smaller, more targeted, more specific group of qualified people that you're running ads to. So you're not spending much dollars. And number 2 is you're really just focusing on the people who are most qualified to get the clicks to move them back into a 3-day trial or a 14-day fat furnace or a 21-day rapid fat loss program or a 6-week transformation challenge of some sort. So I hope the whole creating master audiences, man, is huge. You can create a master audience off your website. You can create a master audience off the people who hit your funnels, different funnels. You can create them off people who watch specific videos that you post up on Facebook, right? You just have to toggle that little switch that says, you know, create a pixel and I want to track people. You can even track people who watched 3 seconds or 8 seconds of the video or people who watched the entire video. Why is that important? Well, when we're selling Fit Body Bootcamp franchises, we target people who watch the entire 3-minute video of a franchisee case study. We target them differently than the people who just watched the first 3 to 8 seconds when they were scrolling through their timeline, right? We spend more money, time, and effort chasing the people who watched the entire video than the people who just watched, let's say, 3 to 8 seconds. And so you can do the very same thing. In addition to that, remember that you can take your customer list, your client list of emails, upload it to Facebook and say, show me a custom audience, right? Show me an exact match. Show me people who are just like them within 3 miles with the same gender, right? Of the same gender. Now Facebook is going to slice and dice and go, oh, okay, I see. All of your clients have these things in common. Therefore, I can show your ads to more people like them, just like them in your community. That again reduces the cost per click and your total budget that you're going to spend to get that client. So master the art of building custom audiences and you will be surprised with how much more efficiency you will have when you're running your Facebook ads and how lower the cost per click goes when you start, driving them to pages like free offers or 14-day and 21-day low barrier offers. Thing number 2 is you want to retarget your past visitors. Remember, not everybody who hits your website or your funnel is going to buy. And you can actually use that Facebook pixel and say, all right, if people hit the home page and opt in and go to the shopping cart, don't retarget them. If they hit the home page but don't opt in, or they hit the home page and opt in but don't buy my low barrier offer, retarget them, right? So again, you can be very specific. Yeah, you might have a small group of a few hundred people that you're targeting, but those are the most qualified people because they saw your ad, they were interested enough to click, maybe even opt in, but not interested enough to buy that 6-week challenge. So what do you do then? Just because they didn't buy the 6-week challenge does not mean they don't want to lose weight and get in shape and be fit. That just means that they didn't want to commit for 6 weeks and a higher dollar amount. So you're going to retarget to them and say, hey, are you still interested in fat loss? If you are, I have a 14-day fat furnace for $47, a lower time period for a smaller dollar amount, and you're likely to get that person who had shown interest but didn't fully commit to a longer term program. So you see how retargeting works? And it's all because of that little Facebook pixel that you're going to put there. So you're going to run, by the way, lead ads as well. People go, what are lead ads? Now Facebook allows you to run lead ads. So this is thing number 2.5. So I taught you 1, I taught you 2, this was 2.5. Lead ads are really cool because Facebook doesn't want you to move people from Facebook to another web page, whether it's a ClickFunnels page or your website or anywhere. So guess what they do? They tax you by charging you more, right? And so now they created lead ads. And all that simply means is you can run ads, right, where you can collect someone's email address right on Facebook. And Facebook rewards you for doing email address collection on Facebook by charging you less, sometimes like half the price, right? So if you're paying, let's say $2 for an email address, you might be paying 80 cents, 90 cents per email address if you just use their lead ad service in the ad management center. So remember that when you're running ads for list building, because you don't really have to take them from Facebook to a funnel anymore, or from Facebook to your website. If you keep them on Facebook, Facebook rewards you by lowering your cost per lead, your cost per click. So what about tempting clients with Facebook offers, right? These are called ad claims. For example, you can actually have offers that you are making on Facebook and they can claim those offers, right? And it could be an online only offer that again does not take them off of Facebook, and therefore Facebook rewards you by charging you less per click, right? And so think about that. Don't just go running ads and trying to drive people to a website. Look at all the different options that Facebook gives you when you go to run an ad in your ad center, right? And in your ad management center, one of those things is going to be ad claims. And so if you can run a short little campaign for a 14-day fat furnace and they can claim that right there and they get a little barcode that they can bring in and that little barcode scans them in, right, with their phone, easy enough. You've got that lead, you've taken them from Facebook, you've gotten their contact information, but because they stayed on Facebook, you didn't have to pay an arm and a leg, and you can still contact them and get them in to claim their offer, which is brilliant. All right, so let's move on to thing number 4. You're going to manage the interactions across Facebook, Facebook Messenger, Instagram in one organized, cool fashion. Most of you haven't done this yet, but you can actually upgrade and update your Facebook Messenger. And when you do, Facebook now allows you to communicate across many platforms like Instagram and Facebook Messenger all at once. It even allows you to categorize the most important clients and leave notes next to them, etc. So that messenger is no longer just an email inbox. That messenger platform, if you upgrade it, right, which is free by the way, you just need to go and upgrade the service, allows you to communicate at a far better level and allows you to slice and dice your Facebook list any way you want. All right, thing number 5, view your business interactions history with Facebook users, right? So imagine this. If you've gotten emails or Facebook messages from someone, this is super cool. You've gotten messages from someone, right? And you want to know what the dialogue was. Facebook Messenger is now starting to work more like a CRM, like a customer relationship manager, right? And they're doing that because, again, they want to keep everybody on Facebook. So what's the easiest way to do that? Make it easy for you to manage the people that have contacted you. So you can literally view the interactions that you've had historically, and you can categorize them by people who are like very responsive leads or people who have tried a low barrier offer but haven't bought them. So it's just another place to house your list. Speaking of that, I want you guys to start looking at your Facebook platform and your Instagram platform and YouTube as another email list. Think about this. Typically, if you're going to send out an email through FitPro newsletter, most of us send out 1 email a day, and if you're really an aggressive marketer, you're going to send out 2 emails a day, right? Let's say you have 90,000 fans on your Facebook fan page. Well, you could post 10 times a day. You can make a live video 10 times a day. You can put a pre-recorded video up there 10 times a day, all with a call to action. And remember, the delivery rate is near 80, 90% because Facebook shows those live videos to your fans, right? And so where you can only mail out once or twice a day, because otherwise you're kind of being a jerk by mailing out 5, 6, 7 times a day to the same people, and you're bastardizing your list. On Facebook and Instagram, you could just go nuts. And as long as you're adding value and great content, go live every other hour if you want to. And that allows you to create this opportunity to drive more traffic from Facebook and Instagram into your business, right? Good, so that's a little hack there for you. Number 6, enable HD videos and HD photo uploads. Just do that. People want to see the higher resolution videos, especially where videos are concerned. Go higher resolution. Studies have shown now on Facebook that if your video is kind of grainy or lower quality, people just bypass it. Even if the content is killer, they will just go past it if it's grainy and lower quality. Just enable that little feature when you go live or when you upload videos, and this is going to allow you to very quickly get more eyeballs, because as long as you're interesting and adding value, you'll be able to get more eyeballs, and of course the eyeballs lead to clicks, and the clicks lead to clients, right? So just go high definition on everything. Even if that means uploading it later on when you have access to a Wi-Fi connection. Because I get it, like if you're using your regular phone connection, you might not have that opportunity to go high definition, but you certainly can once you have Wi-Fi. All right, and the last and final thing, and this has worked really well, everybody wants to know what the inside of your boot camp or your gym is like. Everybody wants to know what people are doing when they're working out. So remember, whether you have an iPhone or a Samsung or any kind of smartphone, they allow you to do now panoramic pictures, right? So take a big panoramic picture and then upload it to Facebook, and now this allows people to do what? They use their finger to scroll and to move the picture around, right? The 360 view, remember that? Because you can do a full 360 with a panoramic. Guess what that does? Once they're touching the screen, they're one more click away, they're one more touch away from going click and going to your funnel or going to your offer or going to your page. And so anything you can do to get them from not just watching but actually interacting is within your favor. So if you go 360, which means you're going to take a panoramic view of your entire gym or your kitchen if you're prepping food or whatever, and then you're going to put some kind of comment up there, you're one click closer by having them touch that screen as they're maneuvering and seeing the rest of your gym or boot camp. Now you're one click away from getting that lead. So I hope this gave you a lot of insight in what you want to do. One of the biggest takeaways that you should do here, honestly, is that number one. If I could have just done one thing, is lesson number one, is you are going to have these custom audiences that are going to be pixeled, cookied in Facebook, and you just look at them as different segments of email lists, right? We segment our email list in Fit Pro newsletter. Now you can segment your list in Facebook. And when you do that, you know who's tried a 6-week offer, or who attempted the 6-week offer but didn't follow through, or maybe who tried the 14-day fat furnace, or who's come to your website but hasn't purchased anything. And you can hyper target these small but very responsive group of people, and you'll pay less per click and have far less frustration in the conversion process because they're more qualified than just general population who are just wandering around in your community. I'll see you guys later. Bye.